Welcome back to MTV's 120 Minutes. I'm Louis Largent, and right now I'm very excited, a band I've made no mistake about enjoying the hell out of, and they are right here to my right, Rocket from the Crypt, Apollo 9, Speedo, ND. I gotta tell you guys, five's all the way around. Oh, ouch, left me hanging. I gotta tell you, saw the show last night. I'm suffering from a serious case of new wave neck.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever heard
What would that be?
Yeah.
When you go like this all the time?
Wavers don't. That's
With that kind of hair, that's Hesher neck.
That's
yeah,
Hesh neck.
That's Hesh neck, yeah.
But it doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't rhyme.
Hesh neck? That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, for people who do not know Rocket from the Crypt, like I do, how about a little historical perspective on the band?
Not much to really know.
When you're formed, how about, first of all, where do the names come from? Apollo 9, was that the Adam Ant song?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Give a
Well,
name.
if people knew,
Do we take away some of the history of it?
not so much that, but just, past things that we've done that we want to kind of separate ourselves from. And,
Like what? Any illegal
Can't
things?
talk about it.
Yeah, can't really.
Can't really.
Yeah.
We can tell you, but then we have to kill you.
Yeah, Lord knows we wouldn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you started, I guess, in 1990, and there's like 7 of you. Things like that we want to know.
Okay, yeah, started in '89 with a different drummer, and kind of did that for a while. Said that we'd never play any place with a stage. Broke that thing after we made a record. Went on tour in a Ryder truck. Someone died that was with us, one of our roadies, froze to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. Buried him, wrote a song and an album about it. And here we are.
And that's it. The rest of the series.
And then added Apollo 9 and Adam, the drummer, on July 4th, what was 1990?
1990.
Yeah.
And then you recently also got another horn player as well.
Yeah. JC 2000. Jakes.
Okay, we're going to look at the first video that you did for Sturdy Wrists. Now, both Ditch Digger and Sturdy Wrists have a lot of, like, Mexican images and symbols and things like that. What's, whose idea is that?
Well, just like living in San Diego, just all around you, you just learn to
In
embrace
Tijuana a
it
lot?
and love it. Yeah.
Cool. We're going to take a look at it. Here it is. It's the first video off of Circa Now. This is Sturdy Wrists. Crypt with Sturdy Wrists here on 120 Minutes. We have Apollo 9, Speedo, and ND with us from the band. We're going to have to talk about it, and I'm sure you guys are sick of talking about it, the dreaded San Diego scene. You've got to be sick about the media creating this.
San Diego scene.
Well, you personally love it. Is it being overhyped, you think? What's the reality?
I think, journalists are always put in the position where their job relies on the next story and, doing something that's supposed to be really exciting. So they have a tendency for overblowing everything that they touch. And it just happened to San Diego. But on that same note, there's a ton of great bands in San Diego. You can't deny that, so.
Have you noticed a change? Like, have you noticed, like, different people, like, kind of, like, showing up, or, like, people, there's, like, labels trying to sign bands? Have you noticed anything like that?
I was like that for a short period, but it's not really like that. I don't think it's like that.
No, I don't think it's like that.
No, it's still a real cool place. Yeah, definitely.
Well, hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yeah.
Get down. Okay.
Good Navy town.
So, by the way,
Nice zoo.
Just a little bit, we're getting ready to play the Ramones. I'm supposed to ask you a Ramones question.
Oh, and what is that?
They said you're the 6th Ramone. Kennedy said that.
Wow.
Well, just because I'm related doesn't mean, my last name isn't Ramone. But
Neither are theirs. Okay.
Why did you make me ask that question, you guys?
No idea. Nothing to do with it.
Okay, we're getting out of this while the getting's good. Well, more with Rocket from the Crypt in the second 60 of MTV's 120 Minutes. I'm going to kill Kennedy. Kill. Largent here with Apollo 9, Speedo, and ND from Rocket from the Crypt. Circa Now has been out for 2 years.
At least.
And it seems like it's just getting released now. Are you sick of that album?
very much so.
Do you have a lot of songs written for the next album?
No.
You got nothing?
Like 4 songs.
Yeah.
And you guys have a 3rd album out that's not here, that's in Japan.
It's here.
It's
released.
Yeah, cargo release. It's called All Systems Go, and it's all the 7 inches that we did is compiled onto
I know you guys toured Japan. How's your following over there?
Huge.
Huge?
Massive.
Massive?
Japanese.
Big?
Yeah,
Massive.
really big. Like, play this, what was it called, Shinjuku Coliseum or something like that. Like, just
Crazy.
massive place.
So what happens, you guys have another month to go on a very small club tour, like intimate settings. If you can catch them, definitely do it, because you guys are great live. What happens after that?
Go home and sleep for a little bit. Paul likes to sleep a lot.
A lot.
And practice.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, I forgot to ask while I remembered it. Your drummer, Adam, that guy is like Keith Moon or something. He's like a maniac. And I heard he passes out at gigs. Like he's playing so hard that he actually passes out.
Well, he wears this thing. It's like a meter, because he has like a really weak blood vessel in his head, and it like totally, starts blinking and gives him a little electric shock if it's going too hard. So he just kind of eases back.
But he has actually like just lost it again.
Yeah, he's lost it so bad that we had to like pull someone out of the audience and finish the set once.
Wow. So we're gonna watch Ditch Digger.
Let's do it.
Spike Jones, how did the skateboard guy?
Great guy.
And how did that affiliation again?
Like what he did, and just called him up to work on ours, and he was into it.
What does bullfighting have to do with this song, though?
Kind of in there.
Deep. You got to look deep down within. Way search, not scratch the surface. Go deep. Well, thank you guys for coming on. I'm sorry you couldn't play live because our studio is getting worked on. We want to have you come back and play live.
We're not that good live either. We sound
live. Come back, please, and play live when you ever release another record. Okay, and here it is, Ditch Digger from Circa Now, 120 minutes.